Hi there, I'm Kevin from BakeBoss, and today I'm going to show you how to use the BakeBoss stencils. Now, they have a huge range of stencils at BakeBoss. You can go online and have a look at their catalogue. While you're there, you can have a look at their range of other airbrushing equipment and colours as well. Today I'm going to take you through a few basic techniques. I'm going to take you through, I always call them themed boards. I do these first with some of my stencils, get an idea of how I want to lay them out on a cake before I actually do a cake. I keep these as a reference. I wrap them up in Glad wrap and keep them in the dark so the colours don't fade, and then I can pull them out later on just as a refresher to remind me how I did it. So today I'm going to do like a zombie themed cake on there. I'm going to do something a little bit pretty on here, just like a happy birthday nameplate. Now, sometimes I work on discs. If you're a novice or a beginner, it can be quite daunting working straight on the top of a cake. So by doing it on a disc of fondant first, if it doesn't quite work out and you don't want to keep it, you can throw it away or keep it and learn by your mistakes and just pin out another circle. Once it's firmed up, you can just slide it straight onto the top of your cake, fix it with a little bit of water, a little bit of edible glue, and you've got the topper of a cake with no pressure. This one here could be a piece of fondant with your Tylos through, or a piece of gum paste. It's a tile, it's a piece of extension work, and I'm just going to lay down a little stencil on the top of that one too and just show you a few techniques with that. So, hope you find it interesting. I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I've got a zombie sort of Halloween themed stencil here. I've just put it on a black background so that you can see it. So to apply that to my board, I'm going to need some of the following things. I've got a set of 3 blades from BakeBoss. I've got some painter's tape, high adhesive, that doesn't come off into your work. Got some stainless steel nuts to help me hold my work down. 3 colours from BakeBoss. I've got the Americolor black, electric yellow, and electric blue, because predominantly I want most of my work to be green. Got some A4 paper and a scalpel. Better get to work. First thing I'm going to do is just rip some of my paper. Nice and jagged, doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to lay this along the bottom of my work. I'm going to take some of the stainless steel nuts and weigh those down. Right on the edge there. And this is creating my foreground. Now the foreground is going to be darker. I'm also going to want to isolate all the back of my work as well. So I'll just cover that all with A4 paper and use my boss blade to weigh that down. I'm going to go in now just with some black along that line, and edge it as well. It's quite a low PSI, that's why it's coming out quite speckly, but I actually want that. I want that look. I'm now going to go in with some electric blue and just fill that bottom up. I'm now going to remove the nuts. Boss blades. And my paper. Now I'm just going to rip another couple of bits of paper. And I'm going to position one here. And another one there. Again, I'm going to mask everything that I don't want to get sprayed. Using my boss blades to hold the bulk of the paper down. Then around the edge again, I'm just going to hit it with the nuts. Now in the foreground, the earth is darker, and as you go back, it gets fainter. So I'm just going to go in there with the black again. You can take some ripped paper if you want to add some cracks. Some little mounds of dirt. Just to make it look a little bit more believable. So the most important thing to remember, this is all about isolating your work and only spraying what you want to spray. So again, I only want to use these bones in the foreground, so I'm going to cover up my stencil and everything I don't want to spray. With my paper. So I'm going to secure that with my nuts again. Just a little bit down here as well, so I don't get it all over that. So all I've revealed now is these bones in the foreground. I'm just going to go in on quite a low PSI, but I really do want those quite dark. So I'm just going to go in now, straight up and down, colouring those bones in, getting some really good definition around them. Now it's just a question of taking those nuts away again. So that was that part of the stencil. Now I'm going to turn it around and use this part of the stencil here. So where it's just the grass, I'm just going to lay that there.